We sent in drones.
What happened? I could save his life.
The boundary's getting bigger. It's expanding. More talk.
They're stuck in a continuous mutation.
Anything interesting in there?
No.
Through the fence?
What if Annihilation's biggest twist wasn't in the script, but hidden in a single frame? Today, we're exposing the secret even the director tried to bury. The movie starts with a girl named Lena, who is kept in isolation. Two people arrive to investigate her, both covered as if Lena carries a fatal disease capable of spreading like a plague. The specifics of their conversation aren't revealed yet. The scene then shifts, introducing us to Lena's life. Lena is a professor of microbiology, and her husband, Kane, is an army officer. Kane has been missing for nearly a year, and Lena begins to suspect that he may be dead, as there's no news of his whereabouts. During this difficult time, she befriends a colleague, but soon realizes that this friendship isn't good for her. She chooses to end it, though loneliness continues to torment her, and memories of Kane haunt her deeply. To distract herself, Lena starts renovating their home. One day, Kane suddenly returns, much to her shock and joy. However, something about him is strange. He remains silent and unresponsive. Distressed, Lena helps him sit down, offers him water, and asks where he's been. Kane replies that he doesn't remember anything. Shortly after, he begins to feel extremely unwell and starts bleeding from his mouth. Lena calls an ambulance and rushes him to the hospital. Before they can reach their destination, black cars surround the ambulance, forcibly taking both Kane and Lena to an undisclosed, high-tech facility. When Lena regains consciousness, she meets Dr. Ventress, who questions her about Kane's return. Lena, confused and concerned, shares that Kane didn't reveal anything about his time away. Dr. Ventress then takes Lena to see Kane, whose condition continues to worsen despite all efforts to doctor. Ventress explains the existence of the Shimmer, a mysterious phenomenon that began 3 years earlier when a meteor struck a lighthouse. Since then, a strange field of energy has spread around the area. Countless missions have ventured into the Shimmer, but none returned, except Kane. However, Kane remembered nothing about his experience inside the Doctor. Ventress reveals her plan to lead a team of 5 women into the Shimmer to uncover its secrets. Lena, now deeply affected by guilt over her emotional betrayal of Kane, volunteers to join the expedition. Dr. Ventress initially hesitates, but eventually allows Lena to join the team. It's also revealed that Ventress herself is battling cancer, which partly motivates her willingness to risk everything. The team of 5 enters the Shimmer, but things quickly become disorienting. They wake up at a campsite with no memory of how they got there. Their equipment, including compasses and watches, stops working. They rely on the sun's position to navigate toward the lighthouse, the epicenter of the Shimmer. As they venture deeper, they encounter bizarre phenomena. Lena notices plants with multiple species of flowers growing from a single stem, something biologically impossible. Soon after, a massive, mutated crocodile attacks, displaying shark-like teeth. Lena's team manages to kill the creature, realizing that DNA mutations inside the Shimmer are blending the traits of different organisms. Further into their journey, they discover a horrifying video left by a previous expedition. In it, Kane is seen cutting open a teammate's stomach, revealing his intestines moving like snakes. The footage terrifies the group, confirming their fears. The Shimmer is not just altering physical forms, but creating terrifying, incomprehensible mutations. After investigating the building, Lena found nothing of significance. As night fell, they decided to set up camp inside the structure. During the night, Lena woke up and noticed Dr. Ventress standing guard outside. She joined the doctor, and they began talking about Lena's husband, Kane. Soon, Shepard, their third companion, joined them. While they were talking, a giant wolf suddenly attacked, brutally killing Shepard. Lena and the doctor tried to help, but quickly realized that staying would mean certain death. They ran for their lives, narrowly escaping the creature. The next morning, when their 2 remaining team members learned about Shepard's death, they decided it was best to turn back. However, Lena and Dr. Ventress were determined to complete their mission. They insisted on continuing toward the lighthouse to uncover the source of the Shimmer's strange effects. Eventually, they convinced the others to press on, arguing that retreating would dishonor the sacrifices of those who had already died trying to uncover the truth. As they moved forward, they stumbled upon something even more bizarre: human-like plants. Lena proposed a theory. The Shimmer was acting like a prism. Just as light bends and changes when passing through a prism, the Shimmer was reflecting and blending DNA from everything it touched. This explained the mutated plants, which weren't plants at all, but remnants of the people who had previously entered the Shimmer. The team soon realized that their own DNA was being affected. Anya noticed that her fingerprints were changing and that a tattoo from another team member was mysteriously appearing on her arm. Fear overwhelmed her, and one night, while the others slept, she tied them up, convinced they were all going to die. She held a knife to Lena's throat, demanding they leave the Shimmer safely. Before Lena could respond, they heard Shepard's voice, though she was already dead. Anya rushed toward the sound, only to be confronted by the same bear-like creature that had killed Shepard. The creature attacked and killed Anya instantly. Lena and Dr. Ventress realized that the bear had somehow absorbed Shepard's DNA, which explained why it could mimic her voice. Before the bear could attack again, another team member shot and killed it. The trauma of these events weighed heavily on them. Dr. Ventress, noticing changes in her body as her own DNA began mutating, decided to venture alone to the lighthouse, determined to uncover the source of the Shimmer's power before she lost herself completely. Lena stayed behind with her remaining companion. While they talked, Lena noticed petals growing on her friend's hands. Her DNA was also mutating, transforming her into a plant. Accepting her fate, she told Lena, "Some people want to understand this, some want to fight it, but I choose to accept it." Moments later, she fully transformed into a plant, leaving Lena utterly alone. With no other option, Lena decided to continue to the lighthouse. Upon reaching the shore, she was astonished to find that the plants had turned into beautiful crystal structures, a result of DNA from water and plants merging together. Inside the lighthouse, everything appeared strangely untouched. Lena found a camera pointed toward a skeletonized body. Watching the footage, she discovered the shocking truth. The body belonged to her real husband, Kane. The man who returned home wasn't Kane at all, but a duplicate created by the Shimmer's strange mutations. Lena couldn't comprehend everything that was happening. Near her, she noticed a hole, an entrance into what seemed to be a cave inside the Metroid. She cautiously went inside and found Dr. Ventress sitting nervously within the cave's depths. Ventress explained that the Shimmer was like a black hole, one that would eventually consume the entire world. She didn't know if anyone could escape its pull as soon as she finished speaking. Dr. Ventress transformed into a radiant cloud of light. Within that light, a hole resembling a black hole began to form. A few drops of Lena's blood accidentally fell into this swirling energy. Instantly, the light began to morph and reshape itself into a faceless humanoid figure, an eerie being made from Lena's own DNA. Terrified, Lena fled from the cave, only to realize that the humanoid was following her, mirroring her every move. It was clear that since the creature had her DNA, it was copying her actions. Every attempt she made to escape was instantly replicated by the being. Desperate to break free, Lena tried to outsmart the creature, but when she made a sudden move, the humanoid caught her from behind. The moment it touched her, it fully transformed into her exact likeness. A perfect clone of Lena. Now, she faced a version of herself and didn't know how to defeat it. In a moment of quiet uncertainty, Lena asked him directly, "Are you the real Kane?" The movie ends on this haunting question, leaving the answer unknown. So, genius twist or total nonsense? Find out below. Down arrow, and if you spotted a detail we missed, drop in the comments. Prove us wrong. Thanks for watching.